Hello and welcome to Ask AfroDaddy. This is the live podcast where we answer your questions about life, the universe, and parenting. A slightly different setup, so you might hear that it sounds a little bit different today. My name is AfroDaddy. We're going to answer your questions today, and this is
Julie.
Julie. We decided her name is just.
We've decided.
Julie.
Not my parents.
Yeah.
We have unanimously decided.
All on us. So we're going to spend some time taking on some of the questions you sent to us over the last couple of weeks. Firstly, highlight. Julie, what's up?
So my parenting highlight for the week was something that happened this morning. It was really cute.
It doesn't have to be a parenting highlight.
I felt like you made it a parenting highlight ages ago. When we first had the conversation,
I think
you
you
were like,
made
it's a parenting highlight.
No, I think you made it a parenting. Did I make it a parenting
highlight?
highlight?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
You really did.
I may have. That sounds awfully familiar.
Yes, you're like, the highlight with parenting, saying, encourage parents with the sweet things that happen. So my parenting highlight for the week is this morning, the boys hopped out of bed. They do this little thing now where they get out of bed and the one calls the other, and it's really cute, and we kind of lie in bed listening to them, and they were playing, and I kind of wasn't paying all that much attention, and then I just heard Liam, I don't know what they were doing, but I heard Liam turn to Eli and just say, Eli, must I look after you? And Eli was like, yes, please. And it was so cute.
They are becoming like proper bros.
Yeah, they're like a unit. They're like a little unit. They're going to gang up on us. It's going to, it's cute now. It's probably not going to be cute when they're teenagers.
Yeah, and they will win.
I know, but it was really just it was so sweet. They're having lots of moments of like, a little camaraderie and wait for me, Liam, and, Eli. It's just cute. They're cute.
Yeah.
They're in a very cute phase.
They're in a very cute phase at the moment.
Long may it last.
Yeah.
What's your highlight?
I think my highlight is that Eli, our youngest, boy 2.0, officially started potty training today. Yay!
I cannot wait to not have to buy nappies.
Oh, that's going to be so much money saved.
It's going to be so much money saved.
Right about
nappies
the time,
are stupidly expensive.
Right about the time they both really start school in a real way.
Yeah. So we won't notice the savings at all.
Yeah, because it's all going to go into school fees, and they'll start eating more food, and you know what kids are like. But yeah, it was pretty cool, and I chose the right potty. It was the right color.
It was green.
It was green, and
loved it. It was so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to post that photo later. Have you posted it already?
I'm not sure if I want to post that photo.
Oh, it's such a cute photo.
It's a cute photo, but I don't know.
But he's like proud on the potty, and you can't see anything.
I'm going to keep the photo until he's old enough to tell me that he's okay with it.
That's very honourable of you.
Okay. Well...
But it's so cute. Maybe you could put like a star over it.
No, but it's still... I don't know. This is a question. This is a bigger question that we have about posting photos of your kids on social media. Like...
So I had a photo, in fact it's still there, it's still in my parents' house, of me. We went on holiday when I was like 5 or 6, and I obviously must have got up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and my parents must have woken up to figure out where I was, and they came into the bathroom and I'd fallen asleep on the toilet. My mom added that image to the collage on the wall. It's there. It's like me on the toilet. Have you seen it?
I have seen that photo. Yes, that's right. In fact, your mom, when I first started going out with you, your mom was like, Terrence, you have to see this photo of Julie.
Julie falling asleep on the toilet. And I think that's like my times version of Facebook. And how did I feel about it? I think I'm mostly okay. I think I'm more okay about it now.
What about when you were a teenager?
Yeah, I probably wasn't that okay with it then. I don't know. But my mom loved embarrassing me with these kinds of things.
Would you have liked the choice?
Yeah, maybe.
You see, that's what I'm saying.
Although, like, my photo was a double whammy because I was on the toilet in an embarrassing nightie asleep. Rather than like, whereas Eli's photo is like a triumphant potty training picture.
But still, it's still him making a wee with his pants down.
It was so cute.
I don't think I'm going to post that photo.
I hear you.
Okay,
but if it was starred...
Even with it start, I'll tell you what. I can put it up as a poll on AfroDaddy tomorrow and see what people say. Should I put this photo?
No, you're right. I'm undecided. You're making good points.
It's. I mean, I agree with you. It's all thigh. There's no bum.
Such cute thighs.
There's no bum. There's no penis. There's no private parts. But it's just him on the potty for the first time, and
I hear you. No, it's an interesting one.
where do you draw that line?
I don't know, like.
And I mean, there's almost 3,000 people following me on AfroDaddy. That's 3,000 people who he does not know.
But
like, I sent the photo to my mom.
But it does.
That I have no problem with.
Obviously, but it feels like, I mean, so occasionally I still see friends' photos on Instagram where, like the kid at the beach and it's just their bum. And like, it is sad that we have to be, like, I look at that photo and I'm like, it's so cute. It's my friend's cute kid, like, on the beach.
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't post it, something like that. But my fear of not doing that is because of this sort of sick world we live in, which is just sad. I'm saying it's sad.
No, but you see, the thing is, I'm not really that worried about the sick world we live in.
Yeah.
My concern is whether or not Eli would want me to post that photo. And right now, he doesn't have a say. So my big concern with these is that he turns 10, and with social media, those photos are available for everyone to find.
Yeah.
There is a difference between a photo being put up on the wall at your home, because the only people who are going to be in there are very, very, very few, and also people that generally everyone knows.
I hear you.
And even with that, you didn't like it.
I didn't
Right?
in my teenage years. Now I appreciate it.
Now you're fine, but in your teenage years, you didn't like it. So
Fair point.
now times that by 1,000, and that's what we could be putting Eli through.
Do you think people will go back and find those pictures of you? Like, I'm curious. I mean, we don't know what the technology will be like in 15 years' time, but do you think...
it might be a thing where he's in... Like, we don't know. We don't know what the new crop of kids who, when they're 16, and they all have 6G phones where they can find everything about anyone in a split second. By that time, you can hold your phone to someone's face, it'll recognize them and find all the other photos of them throughout their life.
And there'll probably be like an app, Find My Bum.
Yeah, exactly, stuff like that. But again,
it's not funny.
It's scary. But again, it's his image.
I hear you. No, I hear you. You are a great dad.
Well,
there you go.
Yeah. Also, there are photos of me out there that I prefer people not to see.
I know.
So.
No, for me, it's more like, because we're really bad baby bookkeeper journalists, like our kids don't have baby books, and their phones have gone missing and things of like,
But I back up everything on the cloud, so the photos will be available one day. And especially a photo like that, you make sure that you save.
Please save it.
Yes. Okay. You ready for your first actual proper question?
I am.
Okay, speaking of our boys being so great and loving to each other, this one fits nicely. My kids are always fighting. How do I deal with sibling rivalry? Now, they didn't really say how old their kids are. But you're an older sister.
I am.
And your brothers fought incessantly.
They did. And we fought with each other, but I don't...
But you're a family of fighters as well.
No, we are not. But...
Actually... The amount of shell shock that people have sometimes. You're not fighters. You're a very passionate people.
Yeah, we're passionate.
Let's put it that way, all right? We
didn't really... So my brothers were... So our age gap is 2.5 years between myself and the middle brother. And then 4 years between the two boys. And then obviously 12 years between my younger brother and the youngest. So the boys fought more than I did.
Sorry, the broadcast got paused. If you missed that, the question is, my kids are always fighting. How do I deal with sibling rivalry? And I asked Julie about her family because her brothers were fighters.
But it
very close age
But they
gaps.
fought and they played, and so I think you've got to look at the bigger picture. If they're fighting more than they're playing, that's probably a time to intervene. But if they're kind of just squabbling, there's also merit to letting them figure it out. Unless they're at the age where they can do grievous body harm to each other and not be able to navigate the fight well. There is something about making kids work it out.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, completely. And also sometimes hierarchies have to be established.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes the older sibling or the stronger sibling or the bigger sibling, whatever, just has to establish themselves, and you need to let that happen.
You were the youngest sibling.
I was the youngest
sibling. How
sibling.
did that work
out for you? I hardly ever fought with my siblings because I was so much of the Lat Lamakina. I was so much younger than everyone else.
Yeah.
That there was never, it was never a case of, I want to do this, I want to do this, rah, rah, rah. It was always a case of my older brother or my older sister saying, I want to do this, and me saying, yes, of course. Sure. Yes, sir. Can I get your tea?
Yeah, no, we had far more passionate debates.
Yeah, far more robust.
Yes, far more robust conversations around what was going on.
So, but I think you also have to be careful, because you always want to make sure that there's like love and respect there. So obviously, you put any bunch of people in a close setting for any extended period of time, they're going to squabble.
And you want to have some level of fairness that you try and teach the kids to abide by, even though the world is obviously not fair. But, you know, there's a sense of, I mean, it's difficult because different age, you know, their emotional development may be at different stages. So,
but
they may have different responses. So, we have, you know, our youngest is quite sensitive. And our eldest is not as sensitive, although he's sensitive in different ways. He says, you know,
and also when they get tired or when they have their favorite. So also like things like for our boys at the moment, they each have their favorite toys.
They do,
and we make sure that the other one respects their brother's favorite toy. Like that's like just a standard. You know, you don't. You know, Eli has his garbage truck. Liam, leave Eli's garbage truck alone. Liam has his cricket bat. Eli, leave Liam's cricket bat alone. Teaching them boundaries. I mean, and I think sibling rivalries is good for that kind of thing. You know, you teach them boundaries, you teach them empathy. You especially for older brothers or older siblings. You know, you can pull them aside and say, listen, you're the bigger brother, or you're the bigger sister.
Yeah.
You know, help us look after that one, and you can teach them a lot of responsibility and respect and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and also, but at the same time, it's easy often to let the little one get away with more because they're younger and you make more excuses for them.
Oh yeah, I got away with a lot.
Yeah, and I remember my brothers getting away. Like I remember being a lot tougher to be.
It drives me crazy.
Yeah, your parents always strictest with the first child.
Yeah, totally. And I think I forgot what I was going to say. I think boundaries are obviously important. You know, if you're finding that your kids are really fighting quite viciously, you know, sometimes literally physically drawing a line and saying you are on that side, you are on that side, you stay there, might help. Or
we have to figure this stuff out. We're very new to the game.
Maybe you should think about Baby Fight Club.
Oh my gosh, no. Baby Fight Club is a bad idea.
Okay, you're right.
So it's a sibling t-shirt. That get-along shirt. That get-along shirt's a bad idea.
Lame. It's just lame.
Humiliate children and stick them like in close proximity when they actually need some physical space and breathing room.
Yeah,
bad
exactly.
idea. Do not follow everything you read on the internet, people.
We all, even when you have a best friend.
Podcast.
Yeah, this is a bad. Don't follow my advice. But also think about a toddler fight club.
Toddler fight club.
Like,
it's not going to be a thing.
Sometimes you just need to let them fight, and a good like. If there's no weapons involved, a punch to the face can only hurt so much.
Oh my gosh, no, it can hurt a lot. I'm very opposed to violence.
Okay, this is what you do. You record it and you get bets.
No.
That way you can get some money and you can pay for their school fees.
I am not letting you be in charge of any of the the fights that us break out with our children.
Okay, the really simple way. There's a simple solution to deal with sibling rivalry. Figure out which one you love more and let him have his way.
Or be forward thinking and only have one child.
Or only have one child. Which
don't do that.
Only have one child. I love both my boys very much. Okay, you ready for the next question? I don't feel like we got.
Yeah, we're new to the game, man.
We got nowhere near answering that question very well.
Anyway. Like, what's the best flavor of ice cream on the market? You know, like I feel like those are questions.
Even that we would struggle with.
No, I could have a passionate debate about the value.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, good ice cream.
I spent 60 rand on 2 scoops of ice cream.
It was really good ice cream.
Okay. Explain to me this. You spent 60 rand
on 2 scoops of gelato.
What is the difference between gelato and normal ice cream?
So I don't think it's so. So gelato is like an Italian ice cream.
Okay, but what is the difference?
It's less icy and more creamy.
It's weird because I had some. It tasted like ice cream.
I think it's like gelato is like the Italian word for ice cream. I don't know whether it's like I don't know what the secret recipe is. I mean,
is it like the difference between sparkling wine and champagne?
Yeah, probably. But
So it's just a way to be obnoxious,
we've had
basically.
some delicious ice cream.
I'm having gelato now.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me, I'm having gelato.
No, but there is a difference between gelato and soft serve, right?
Sure, but there's a difference between soft serve and the ice cream we get in tubs.
Yeah. No, there is some good ice cream that comes in tubs. I'm not completely snobbish. I mean, there are some really good brands.
Do you think that 60 rand ice cream? How many Oreo McFlurries could we have bought?
Yeah.
For your...
Well, Oreo McFlurries have gotten expensive, so not that many. But we could have almost bought one whole tub of stracciatella ice cream from Woolworths for that price.
Which I feel would have been a lot more. There would be a lot more happiness in that tub.
Tin roof, which would have made me happy.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so let's move on. This is not a question about parenting.
Oh yay!
Yeah. If you weren't scared, what would you do?
Ooh.
Like maybe there's something that you're scared of that you want to do, but you don't do because you're scared.
It's a very good question. I don't know how vulnerable I feel like being tonight.
This is the podcast where we're honest.
How about you go first?
We want people to be honest with us.
You go first then.
I should go first. Well,
yes.
Okay. I've done a lot of scary stuff this year already.
Yeah.
So my big thing that I've always been scared of doing, but wanted to do was to do some stand-up comedy. Mm-hmm. And I did that this year. And I want to do it again. I want to do at least once a month. I kind of missed Feb. But March is still available. So they asked me back, which is good.
That's a good sign.
And some other guys asked me to come do
no
an
one
open
threw
mic.
eggs at you.
No one threw eggs at me. People laughed. I keep thinking of new stand-up bits to do, so I'm very excited to do it again. Mm-hmm. But also very scared. But I'm going to do it again. Much to my wife's chagrin.
No.
Is that the right word?
No. I think you should go for it.
She says while literally shaking her head.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, what is your scary thing?
So, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. What I would really love to, if I wasn't scared, I don't know if fear's the only thing, though, that's in way of this, but I would love to go back into the performing arts in some way. Yeah. I mean, I was
Doing
decent.
what? Doing what, Julie?
Either singing or acting. I wasn't bad at either. I wasn't and yeah.
I'm nodding my head. I just realized no one can see me. But I'm doing my
Yeah.
That's my,
I'd love to sing in a band, to do that again. But life feels like it's gone a slightly different journey and almost feels like that train has
You
left.
should sing Journey. Cover band. Just a small hand, girl.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
You would love that.
Stick stand up.
Okay.
Yeah. I think if I wasn't scared and a number of other things that make me scared weren't in the way, that would probably be something I would like to do. I'd love to go back. I mean, I did.
It's weird to admit that out loud.
It is. It's a bit terrifying. And I feel like now that I've said that on the internet, that's a terrifying thing. I'd love to go back to, either theatre.
Would you do amateur theatre?
Yeah.
Like small run stuff?
That's almost the kind of thing that I'm fearful. So I'm fearful of, at the moment, there's almost no gap in time to be able
Would you
to
join
do
a
it.
cover band? Where the reason why I say cover band is because all the songs are written already, it's all there, you just have to learn how to sing it and then you just go and perform it.
It's not I don't know whether it's, a cover band would be fun to do, but also being a part of, creating new music is also fun to do. So I don't know if I'm too specific around that. But for me, what
I think the Flying Atmos need to...
Oh my gosh.
So Julie's a fantastic singer. When she says she's good at it, that's vastly underselling herself. She's actually amazing.
I was.
I'm sure there's the remnants are still
decent.
good enough. Her middle brother Peter is a brilliant guitarist, and her youngest brother Michael is a brilliant bass guitarist.
That is true.
Right. All you need is to find a drummer.
Yeah.
Maybe a pianist.
Yeah.
And you guys are good to go. You guys have a band. You guys can write music. You guys can perform. Your mom's heart would literally just explode out of her chest. You should do it.
I know.
Give me one good reason why you guys shouldn't do it.
I don't know.
You're at their house all the time. It wouldn't be hard for you guys to start doing stuff.
Oh goodness! Because you know what it is. It's like with any scary dream. Once you unlock something, you've got to be willing to go through that door, and that's scary. So for like
What is scary about
like doing, you mentioned an amateur theatre group.
Yeah,
so I used to do that kind of thing when I was a child, and I loved it. Okay, so my thing is, so say for example I managed to clear a magical time in my diary to do it. Which is one thing. I mean,
that is a legitimate concern.
I mean, we're really
totally.
like struggling to find time to look into each other's eyes at this point, which is why we're doing it tonight. Here we go. Hey, across the mic from each other. It's romantic and
and practical.
Practical. But say for example I had the opportunity. Mm-hmm. Okay, then what if?
Sorry, that was a selfie mode.
What if I really enjoyed it, and then I wasn't able to do it again? Or I was able to do it again, but that comes with choices.
All the
right?
stuff that comes with that.
Exactly. Like that's what I'm almost nervous about. Like
okay.
I'm thinking if I had to go and say, for example, hop on to I don't know, whatever the next theatre production is, like an amateur one for the heck of it.
Yes.
And clear my diary. I am almost guaranteed to know that I would love it because I love being on stage. I love performing. I love singing. Right.
Yes.
And I know I loved it because I remember.
You have that experience already.
I have that experience and those memories. And if I had a chance to do it again, I'm almost certain it would be as good, if not better.
Because now you're an adult. You can,
maybe a bit more of a juggle and life would be a bit hectic, but it would be amazing. And then it ends. And then what? It feels like it's almost more raw. Do you know what I mean? Does that make any sense? Because I wouldn't be able to
It makes a lot of sense.
I wouldn't be able to leave my kids and my husband and go traveling. Like it's just not practical.
I mean, no, totally.
I'm a practical person.
I had a couple of amateur comedians bug me for a while last year to try and get me to try and do stand up. They all thought I had potential, and one of the things I said to them was, I'd rather wish I could do something than know that I couldn't.
Yeah.
It feels a lot easier to always have this kind of daydream thing that you can pretend is always an option, but really it might not be an option.
Exactly.
Than know that it's never going to be possible.
Yeah.
No, I totally get that. But okay, so that's a legitimate
I think this is a very deep ask, AfroDaddy.
I'm
keen to let's talk about some poopy diapers.
Why are you so scared of death, Julie? I can talk. You want me to talk about farts? I can talk about farts rather. Okay, what about if you do this thing with your brothers?
I don't know if that's going to happen, babe.
Why not?
Well, different life stages and what we're going to sing and what music we're going to play. I mean, like, I don't know. Anyway, maybe.
That's a nice avoidance.
Yeah, totally avoidance.
I'm not letting you go. I'm not letting you out of the sleep.
We can have this conversation once we've got some money for. Can we not have this, in front of, the internet?
The reason why I'm pushing is because I guarantee you there are people listening to this that have either the exact same fear or fear about something similar. Or I think all of us have that thing that we wish we could do if we went just like we make up reasons, we make up excuses that we're not doing the thing that we want to do. But if we really weren't scared, we'd find a way to do it.
Yeah. I mean, my other thing is I'd quit my career and become a midwife. I'd love to do that, but it's not practical. So I'm not even gonna. But occasionally I get to 10 births now with work.
Yeah.
Sounds like a really kooky thing, but I love it.
I totally get that there are practical things. I'm not saying that sometimes there aren't practical things, but I think we make it a lot harder in our minds to make it seem like we can't do it, or we think that we have to do it perfectly to enjoy it.
Yeah.
To like if we aren't the best stand-up comedian, then I'm never going to do stand-up comedy. Or actually, I can just do a couple of, once a month I can find an open mic space and do 5 minutes and get a couple of laughs, and that's fine. And I can feel that I can fill that need. This podcast is an exact example of that.
It is indeed.
But I think we all have stuff like that, and if you can be honest with that, then you can help other people be honest with themselves.
You are all about the
amazing honesty.
Talk about that. I feel like it's like a time for us.
Yes,
would you rather
do the worst part of the show.
Okay.
So
should we
explain what the worst what the worst part of the show is. No. That's the official title. Terrence's worst part of the show.
Okay, so would you rather is when I get to ask Terrence a would you rather question, and it's really funny to see him squirm. And I often wish that we did. I wish we had the camera on.
They usually involve cockroaches.
I know.
Why?
So this one doesn't. So I've got an interesting one and I've got a slightly gross one, but they're both intriguing.
You only have to choose one.
I know. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the interesting one.
Okay.
Although maybe it's a bit deep. Maybe we should go with like gross humor. What do you? Okay, you tell me. Gross.
No. This is your one job. No, this is your one thing. The one thing is choose one.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
You decide. This is your thing.
Okay. for humor, I'm going to go with the slightly gross one because my brain is tired. Okay.
Okay.
Would you rather wear someone else's dirty underwear or use someone else's toothbrush? It's like a day of dirty underwear. Like, think about, like, the colleague that's a little bit sweaty in the corner. The one that, like, smells like off carrots.
It's funny because I got into Lyft today and it smelled so badly of someone's BO.
Oh,
and I know for a fact that no one had used that Lyft for a good, like, 5 minutes. So whoever was in there before me must have ponged badly.
Okay, so think about that dude. I'm assuming it's a dude. Okay, think about that dude.
Okay, think about that
You
dude.
either get his undies. Oh, my God.
Or use his toothbrush. Okay, so I would.
So it's one full day, 24 hours.
Or one proper teeth cleaning. Now, here's the thing. Julie can't even use my toothbrush.
No.
Okay, so in fact, Julie can't brush our boys' teeth because
I can, but I prefer not to.
Julie can't watch people brush their teeth on TV because
so I know
that's
what
the thing.
mine is.
So,
I know mine is obviously the toothbrush. I would honestly rather wear my.
You'd rather wear BO man's underwear for.
I've got like BO ladies undies.
No.
No, I'm not wearing the underpants. I'm wearing boys undies.
Okay, so you'd wear some lady. Now ladies is even worse. Julie.
That's
If you
why
think
I
about
chose.
it,
Why
if
did I
you really,
choose this question?
That's disgusting. That's disgusting. Julie, ladies' underwear is even. Whoa.
Oh, hello. In our exuberance, we've dropped a cell phone.
We lost the feed.
Did we lose a feed?
Let's see.
Have we lost you, people of the internet? Did we lose you?
And we're back.
We're back.
Sorry, we did lose you because I was so disgusted.
In our disgust, we threw technology to the ground.
Yeah, okay, so you have to remember, you're wearing ladies' underwear, right? And ladies' underwear is actually worse, Julie, than men's underwear. If you think about it really hard. Think about a woman's anatomy. Think about the openness of a
Maybe I
woman's...
should wear...
B.O. Mans. You should probably wear B.O. Mans undies. So you'd rather wear B.O. Mans undies than brush...
I have a real thing about oral, like, hygiene.
Yeah, I know.
And,
I know.
So, I really struggle with, like,
Like if we're on a camp and I forget my toothbrush.
No, there's no way you're borrowing mine.
This is why I know. Because
you can have mine, but then I'm throwing it away.
Yeah,
also
you're burning
I'm
it.
not gonna kiss you for the whole 24 hours because I know it's just so naff.
So I would use the toothbrush because you can rinse a toothbrush. You can easily rinse a toothbrush.
Yeah.
You can't clean.
But you can't deeply clean that.
Oh, okay, but you can't do anything with the underwear though, Julie. Even
Can
a
you
basic
line it
rinse.
with toilet paper?
Even a basic. Wait.
I'd rather have the chafe. I'll take the chafe. This is a really...
That is bizarre. That is bizarre that you would rather... I mean, you can rinse a toothbrush.
I would turn the underwear inside out.
Even that, Julie, if you smelled the BO that this guy had, you know that's permeated any fabric that's on his person. Okay, so
this is like truly the most revolting podcast. I'm sorry.
So you're saying you would gladly wear someone else's underwear?
No, I would not gladly do any of this. This is not a conversation of glee. This is someone is holding a gun to your head and going, stinky knickers, or...
Stinky knickers?
Or like, okay, think about like the intricacy of your teeth. Like the stuff that gets stuck in there. Okay?
Yeah, but you can rinse a toothbrush, Julie. You can rinse a toothbrush out.
Okay, so maybe like...
I am sorry.
If you can rinse, okay, so I don't know if we talked about rinsing because we didn't talk about rinsing undies or like toilet.
No, you can't rinse it. You can't rinse the undies. You can rinse a toothbrush. You can't rinse the undies.
I don't think you're supposed to. I think you got to just take that toothbrush.
So he brushes his teeth and he hands it over, and I brush my teeth.
I'm dying. This is the most revolting thing. I feel like.
No, last week was worse. This I would do the toothbrush because you can always rinse your mouth out as well. You can just drink water and spit it out. As opposed to walking around the whole day in someone else's underwear. Julie, the whole day in someone else's underwear.
Oh, it's true. It's bad. I didn't think about like.
No, I would jump. I think that's it. Okay.
I might just like knock myself off right then. They'd just be like.
Yeah. Okay, ready for the last question?
Yeah, last question.
Okay, we actually didn't get to really questions this week because you kind of babbled on about gross underwear.
I'm sorry. I thought it was a good one. It made you think.
It was a good one. Nowhere near as disgusting as the cockroach bath of last time.
That was like mild.
Oh.
That was so mild.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but inspirational this week. If you weren't scared, what would you do? Think about that.
Yes, it was very deep.
Hey?
Very deep.
Who would have thought?
Very deep for Wednesday night, darling.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, also this podcast goes out, any day.
Yes.
So they could be listening to this on a Friday.
We're experiencing the depth on a Wednesday night.
Yes. Okay. Last question. How do I politely ask my wife to stop buying shoes?
I don't buy shoes.
Yeah.
I don't buy anything.
Yeah.
I'm a very sorry moment for myself. So, why did she have to stop buying shoes exactly?
Well, they didn't say it. Just how do I politely ask my wife to stop buying shoes? Let's assume that it's starting to be problematic.
Problematic because he thinks it's problematic? Or problematic, like, because that's like a stereotype, right? That's like the woman who buys, like, that just annoys me. I mean, I know I have a few friends who really love shoes, but I swear, like, just because maybe the dude has 2 pairs of shoes he's happy to rotate and his wife has like 6 pairs.
Yeah, okay.
Or maybe she has a ton of shoes, but maybe he has a ton of golf clubs. Or a number of PC games. Or, I don't know, tons of craft beer in the fridge.
Or lots of audio equipment.
Or lots of audio equipment
that
he keeps buying.
And then she complains we don't sound good. But yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think of that. So what would you...
Fight the patriarchy.
Fight the patriarchy. Fight the female stereotypes.
I would point the question back at him. I would say... Is it really
how much is too much?
How much is it really a problem?
Mm-hmm.
Like if she's going into debt over her shoe allowance, like again, I guess.
You see, you're saying shoe allowance, assuming that she has a shoe allowance.
No, okay, shoe whatever. Her shoe expenses are sending them into debt. Then that's a conversation about their budget, maybe not so much the shoes. I don't know. I just feel like this question just reeks of stereotype. And patriarchy. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, I see your point.
But maybe they have. She legitimately has.
Okay, so let's say you are this husband. What would you? Or you're this guy's friend.
Tread carefully, my brother. That is what I would say to him. Tread carefully, or she will tread on you with her stilettos.
Also, like, there's a thing of like, what brings a joy?
Yeah.
I mean, that's problematic if shoes bring you. If you are, I mean, there is a thing of shopping addiction.
Yes, but like all the things that we have them because they bring us joy, right? For some people,
that's just you.
Oh,
for me.
But
I distracted you with my sweetness.
You did. But so for some people, it's like a variety of things, and some people have it concentrated on one thing. It could be equaling the same amount of money. He could be adding all of his little things together, and she could be just concentrating her thing on shoes. Like, I don't really get the shoe thing because I'm not a...
You're not really a clothes person.
Yeah. Although I kind of am wishing I'd be more of a clothes person. Now I'm having very many sub-story moments.
Trying to get Julie ready to go to like a wedding or to go out is...
Feel free to sponsor
so painful because of like the pain of going through your entire wardrobe.
So, yeah. Anyway, enough about me. This is about...
Yeah. No, but I mean, the point is that you're not like... You don't have...
No, but I'm not like a shoe... I know like people...
You don't have like 5 wardrobes full of clothes where you're constantly buying stuff.
I mean, some people would like... I do have 1 or 2 friends who would save up the whole month to buy, 1,000 rand pair of shoes or whatever. And I mean, I don't have, the money to do that. But if I had that money, I may choose to spend it differently on a number of different things.
But also, you don't enjoy buying clothes.
Well, again, I feel like I could learn.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you could. But I have gone clothes shopping with you, and it is the worst.
Well, that's just...
But you enjoy other things.
I do.
You enjoy buying... Like, I'm not saying that you don't enjoy shopping.
I need a personal stylist.
Yes, that's actually what you need. You need like a personal shopper.
You would take me and just be like, this is going to make you look hot.
This is what you need. Well, you don't need anything to make you look hot.
But try it on and just, like, that would be amazing.
Yeah. That looks good. That doesn't look good. Trust me, I've got this.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you need.
A game plan and a credit card with money on it.
Like, your thing is booking weekends away with friends.
Yeah,
that is
which I
what you
don't
like doing.
Yeah, no, we don't do that.
We don't do it enough, or enough for you at the very least. But that's. But we all, you're right. We all have our things that we enjoy doing, and maybe this guy needs to take a look at like pound for pound,
the bigger picture.
The bigger picture, but I suppose
it might be irritating him because he feels it's like a frivolous spend. But maybe those shoes, when she walks in those shoes, she's able to walk taller. Like literally and figuratively. And that makes her heart
also,
happy.
No, but also there are people, and with women there's the shoe thing. Actually, I know a lot of guys who buy a lot of shoes as well. Actually, like a lot of sneakers. So there are people who buy a lot of shoes that they don't wear. It's the act of buying that, and that's where that shopping addiction comes in, right? So there is a thing where you need to go, hey, I think you might have a problem that we need to manage. As opposed to it just being a frivolous thing that annoys me. Maybe they don't have a lot of cupboard space, and she gets a whole cupboard, and he has a half a cupboard in their children's room, for instance.
Yeah,
I mean,
imagine
as unfair as that could possibly be. I mean, imagine being the person who has twice the amount of cupboard space and then complains about how few clothes she has, compared to her husband who has half the cupboard space. Actually, not half, 2/3.
Just shush you. We're busy looking at your beautiful new mic that we're busy talking into right now.
Which I got for free.
Yeah, well, that's a whole nother story.
That's a whole other story. But yeah, you're right. You have to look at all of the. You can't just go, she has a lot of shoes, shame on her.
Yes.
But it could be a problem.
It could be a problem. And then just address it gently. Like you would with anyone with any addiction.
Yes. Don't come down hard on the person.
Start with kindness and work your way from there.
Also, I think this is where
empathy.
This is where budgeting comes in a real way. I mean, because we are the best budgeters in the entire world. We are so good finances.
Yeah. What days of the month?
I have money left in my account. Not a lot. Not as much as I thought I had this morning. Anyway, but if you're going, hey, you have X amount to spend on shoes, I have X amount to spend on my stuff. And then if she goes over it, you can go, hey, wait a second, how did you buy all those shoes? You went over what's going on. Because the worst thing must be if your wife knows that you hate her when she buys shoes and then like she hides them from you.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
No, you don't want that.
So I agree with you. Empathy and kindness is like the best way to start. The nice thing about this is he does say, how do I politely ask my wife to stop buying shoes?
Yeah.
So he doesn't want to like make her angry. And he's not angry. You know, it's like he's going, how dare my wife buy shoes? I want to, how do I get her to stop? And he wants to do it politely.
Yeah. I'm not 100% convinced, but we're not about naming and shaming here, so this is all good.
Okay, so start with empathy, end with kindness.
Oh gosh.
Is that too cheesy?
Write a book and save the world and all the rest of that.
Oh my word, on the one hand.
No, it's all good. It's just like,
Julie does not handle public signs of depth very well. We have to keep this show very, very light and frivolous. So just to make you a little bit more comfortable, fart, poop, penis. Is that better?
No, that does not make me comfortable.
Oh my goodness, I don't know how to make you comfortable. Okay, I try to make it deeper, you complain. I try to make it less deep, and then you complain. Maybe next week I'll get it right.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much for listening. It's been a very strange and deep and philosophical Ask AfroDaddy. Keep your questions coming through.
Keep your undies to yourself.
And your toothbrush. You know what? No.
Away.
Share your toothbrush.
No.
Communal toothbrushes all around. We have too many toothbrushes in the world.
Seriously.
We don't all need our own toothbrush. We have one toothbrush per family. I think that's what we need to do.
This is honestly the most revolting thing you've ever proposed in your entire life, and I will divorce you.
What we could do is have a toothbrush with 4 sides. So like each family member gets one side of the toothbrush.
You do know your mouth is not like... Your mouth is not like a line. It's like this is not cartoons.
No. So you turn it around. So you hold the bristles to brush your teeth on the one side.
So then you've got your kids' bristles that they have
and like either in your hand or like or like scraping your lips.
Oh, and all the clotted toothpaste at the end. Please, can we end this? I'm literally suffering.
Yeah, the worst part, can I tell you
No,
the
I
worst
don't
part?
know. No,
It's because our sons take the lids off the toothpaste.
Stop.
And whenever you try and take the toothpaste out, there's that hard clot that's in there's that hard blob of toothpaste.
It's a revolting
It's a
word.
clot. It's a clot of toothpaste.
I know, but it's a revolting word. It's a revolting word. This is getting out of hand.
And with that, we're going to end. Thank you so much. Listen, if you're listening to this as a podcast, please remember to subscribe it and rate it and leave a review, because it helps iTunes and all of the other podcasting apps to tell other people about Ask AfroDaddy.
It does.
If you have a question, where can they send it to, Julie?
They can go to Facebook, AfroDaddy CT.
Yes.
Or they can go online
Yes.
to your lovely, sparkly, newish website.
It's very pretty.
AfroDaddyOnline.com.
There we go. Or you can send it to AfroDaddyCT@gmail.com. If you're listening to this on Facebook, please go and subscribe to the podcast.
Yes.
So search for it on iTunes or wherever you enjoy your podcasts. Search for Ask AfroDaddy. It'll pop up. You'll see a little picture of what I would look like if I was a cartoon.
Oh, yes.
And that's the way you do it. Thank you so much for partying with me, wifey.
It's a pleasure. Husbandy.
No, that doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work.
No, that's weird.
Bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Outsy.
Bye.